Boys playing Fusion Sentinels. Fusion in the green uniforms, Paeroa in the blue. We're in for a cracker of a game. The first game of the championship round for the Premier Grade, kindly sponsored by New World Whitianga.
Now we're getting down to the business end of the tournament, Nikki, and it's good to be back along courtside here for the one of the Premier games.
Yes, it is, and this is shaping up to be a cracker.
Court's starting to dry out now, even though the wind's picked up a wee bit. That'll have a wee bit of effect on the pass and catch part of the game.
Yes, I would agree. And so here we see Fusion Sentinels goal shooter missing her first attempt, but a really good chase there to regain possession. Unfortunately, an out-of-court call.
Seems to be a lot of energy here now, a lot of chat, a lot of communication happening out on the court.
Yes, and some nice tight marking. Paeroa Old Boys sending a nice long pass down the court there. And a goal scored by the Old Boys to take their lead 2 points over the Fusion Sentinels.
Looks like they're getting a wee bit of momentum in the first few minutes of the match.
Certainly does, yes. And a nice stretch by goal defence, Nadine. Now that wasn't Nadine, that was her sister, Olivia.
They're certainly using the ball around the court very, very well. Is it correct in saying that this team is one of the social teams from the Pukekohe Netball Centre?
Yes. No, they play in the Premier Grade at Pukekohe, and they featured really well in the Premier Bronze Grade there. Fusion Sentinels, really competitive players, although self-coached and no trainings.
That centre for them looks very, very dodgy. I think the centre for the future looks very
I think she'll have a few words to say to you about that after this, Troy. Centre Monique Kimber featuring really well there for her team, and secretary and jolly awesome lady and hard worker for Fusion Netball Club. So there we see the Sentinels have turned over the ball. The two sisters working well together in the back there, Nadine and Olivia.
Paeroa trying to get some shape. I think they're going to get their defence up and happening. The goal shoot seems very strong there at the back.
Swift feed to the back there to Danielle Maloney, who slots another goal for Fusion, and now we see a draw. Paeroa Old Boys 2, Fusion Sentinels 2. It's a battle here in the second round of the Premier Grade. A nice quick goal by Paeroa's goal shoot, Chantal.
Yep. No, she's certainly had the ball in hand. She hasn't been off target.
Fusion Sentinels are securing their third goal for the game too. So we're neck and neck again, 3-3.
Good D there by the
Serena.
WD-40, another fantastic product that's sponsoring the Fusion Netball tournament.
Yes. So Paeroa Old Boys in possession and looking to make short work of adding another goal to their score. So we're 4-3 to Paeroa Old Boys. But Fusion Sentinels with the centre pass are looking to add to their score and bring it back to a draw.
Nikki, when the scores are like this, going tit for tat up and down the court, does it force a lot of pressure around the defence to try and get that turnover, to try and get that extra ball, to get down, to get 1 point up?
Yeah, I think I'd say that it forces a lot of pressure on everyone. It's a whole team effort that creates any sort of turnover to advance the goal. And there we see a contact called, an offensive contact on the Paeroa Old Boys wing attack, even though it was their centre pass. So Fusion Sentinels are not wasting any time to get that ball down, and the goal is counted. And there we see the Fusion Sentinels taking the lead 5-4. So a little bit of a momentum shift for the Sentinels in a positive sort of way. And nice quick work, light hands of Monique Kimber into her goal attack to secure a 2-point lead.
So we just touched on that. I'd be brave of me to say I probably just touched on that in regards to that defence turnover, and that gives them a point breather, a wee bit of space.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And it'll be interesting now to see how Paeroa Old Boys team respond.
And
they respond with a goal.
1 minute 30 to go and not a lot in the score. So two closely matched teams. Fusion Sentinels with the centre pass, a brave pass down to their goal attack. So very close defence down there, I might add, and a good goal scored. So 2-point lead again for Sentinels, but Paeroa Old Boys with the centre pass. Oh, and a beautiful intercept by Fusion goal attack, plucked out of the air and beautiful to watch.
I can tell that was a wee bit of excitement there, Nick, by the tone raising.
That was.
An
you
opportunity.
Don't see that every day, that's for sure. So, yeah, fantastic intercept. Two hands around a player's body. Not seen often. So Danielle Maloney with an opportunity to take a shot and just a little outside her comfort zone. So she's feeding out to the sure hands of Nikki Mullins in the wing attack position. So here we see Danielle looking to add a goal.
Unsuccessful.
Yes, and I'm just looking to see who the umpire deems was last to touch the ball. So who will throw it in? It looks like it might be, Paeroa throw in. So for them, an opportunity to close that score line as we head into the final seconds of this half. So I can see some players warming up on the side for the Fusion Sentinels. Two players are up and running, so I think we'll see some changes, and I'll look forward to seeing what change that has on the game in the second half.
As they go to the break, once again, we'd like to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors. New World, the Whitianga store, they're the major sponsors of our Premier Division. Whitianga Hotel, which sponsors the social grade, and I know that all of the young ladies are down here going to be enjoying themselves tonight at the Fusion Fox Party down there at the Garden Bar at the Whitianga Hotel. The Moana Cup people, fantastic to have them on board with the under-15s, and also the TCDC, Thames Coromandel District Council, who had a lot of time and effort in regards to making this happen down here with a lot of the local suppliers, from the scaffolding guys right through to a lot of the equipment that we have today. Also, massive ups to the Mercury Bay Informer, who's helped drive the program and also present and give us great coverage leading into the Whitianga tournament, which has been staged by the Fusion Netball Club. Back to the action with Nikki's sideline.
Absolutely, how exciting. There have been a few changes as we predicted. So we're seeing Jess come into wing attack. Here, Jess Innes, and a change also done in their defensive end for Fusion Sentinels. Dallas Williams taking the court in the goal keep position and looking fired up and ready to take charge of this game. So Paeroa Old Boys currently in possession and working really hard to get it out of there, out of the Fusion goal circle. So now they've made a breakthrough into the centre court, the centre third. And a contact in the circle there, giving the shooter an opportunity. She's added a goal to their score, so it's 7-6 and Paeroa in possession. So we'll see maybe a few minutes of settling in time for Fusion Sentinels as they adjust to the couple of changes that they've made.
I don't think there were any changes made at halftime with the Paeroa Old Boys. Looks like the original players are still in their tracksuits over the far side
and
there.
Yeah, we see some awesome defence work by Dallas Williams with a lovely stretch and a strong rebound, turning the ball over for Fusion Sentinels. So here they have an opportunity to add to their lead, which is very slim, 1 point in it at the moment.
That young wing attack there, the young one, she certainly brought a lot of energy, hasn't she? She's been up and down the court.
She has, and there we see a turnover by some assertive defence in there, and a nice tip from Almon.
The wing attack for Fusion, what was her name?
Jess Innes.
Jess Innes, and I believe it's
coming off the bench, she was.
Impact player.
Yes. She'll certainly hope to be making an impact on this half. So we're neck and neck again, and there's an opportunity to draw level on the score. So Paeroa Old Boys in possession. And a contact outside, so Sentinels going for everything, and nice defense there, and a goal for the Paeroa Old Boys sees them draw level, so 7-all, and you can see both teams fighting so hard to win. That's a break on the centre pass to the Sentinels' advantage. Danielle Maloney coming out to receive that feed, and in the hands of goal attack, just working it to their sweet spot, unfortunately turned over by Paeroa there. And a lovely two-hand intercept by Dallas Williams. That's two we've seen in this game, Troy. I do get excited. We rarely see a two-hand full body intercept there.
And she read that from way out. She actually saw that like yesterday before she came in and snatched that ball.
It's very difficult to come from behind and get two hands around the player's body to take full possession of the ball, and also difficult to do that without involving the umpire in a contact call. So credit to the umpires who appear to be letting some contestation occur at this level, which is quite right. At the Premier grade, we will contest for the ball, and it's nice to see it.
Good to see both teams are very, very fluid. They only have to look at the score up there at 8-all. And, you know, they're certainly going up and down the court, responding to each other's points that they're managing to put the ball in the net. And it goes to 9-8.
So it's neck and neck here. Although the Fusion Sentinels have a 1-point lead, we now see Paeroa Old Boys in possession. So an opportunity to draw level again with only 3 minutes to go. Every ball counts, and possession is so important at this point. Paeroa Old Boys working it around a lot, and just losing the opportunity to hold possession, just as we saw. And
the umpires called it back,
there. But yeah, all those feeds out and in provide an opportunity for the defense to have a go at the ball. So it's a 50-50 decision a shooter makes.
And what's the objective of that? Is the goal shoot trying to get in closer to the actual hoop?
Definitely trying to work it closer. So, and to her credit, just secured another goal for her team. So we're at a 9-all draw again, and every pass counting. Possession so important.
One of our sponsors just popped into the corporate box there from the Thames Council District, the Thames District Council, TCDC, and she's absolutely stoked, pumped, fabulously happy in regards to the level of the competition that's taking place, not just here on Court 1, but also on Court 2, 3 and 4.
Is that the lovely Sue?
Yes.
She's a treasure to this community, right up there with Stefan from the Mercury Bay Informer. Two really special people here in Whitianga, and as members coming in as visitors to this area, they've been so impressive.
Yep, there's been a lot of people been involved. Stacey and the organisation down there at New World at the supermarket, through to Michelle over at Moana. All of those people have certainly got in behind the tournament and believed in the vision, and here we are today, and I think this is the start of something pretty special in regards to what this could be built to in size and scale. Things are getting very, very tense out here now at the 9-10 piece.
Yes, they are. So 1 minute to go, and Fusion looking to be down.
The crowd's starting to fire up there too, Nick.
Yes, they are. So lots of support happening. And here we see Paeroa Old Boys defence has been so...
and players down. They're going to go there. They didn't stop. They played on. She's going for a shot, and unsuccessful.
Unfortunately, just missing crucial shots there, our Danielle. So Paeroa Old Boys with an opportunity to take a 2-point lead with only 30 seconds to go.
And is there an opportunity with this much time, Nick, or is it
a long shot for sure?
They need a quick turnover.
Nice rebounds there from Paeroa Old Boys.
I think they're showing their class there too, winding the clock off.
17 seconds to go, and another point scored. So Sentinels in possession, 11 seconds, and they'll be looking, unfortunately, to have close that gap, but it looks unlikely. So Paeroa Old Boys with a much cherished win there, 11 points to 9 over the Sentinels.